Welcome inside Fred Rust Arena, the Delaware Hockey Network, bringing you coverage of Salesianum School Scholastic Hockey. The Sal's 0-2 this season against the Father Judge Crusaders, who sit atop the ICSHL Prep Catholic Division. But here on home ice, the boys in Ecru Navy and Gold looking to change that and get a win over their longtime arch rivals. James Witherite joining you from the 412 Communications broadcast box. Broadway Joe Sindoni, our assistant producer on videography duty tonight. Eli Swope giving us a hand behind the scenes with all the facts and figures, along with Tim Dominic. And a special hello to everyone joining us here tonight on the Delaware Hockey Network from wherever you may be. Salesianum looking to bounce back from a defeat to Boyertown, but last week we saw on Wednesday the Sal's defeat Malvern Prep 2-1 in an APAC ICSHL exhibition game. So Salesianum somewhat turning a corner here the past couple weeks. We're seeing the compete level improve. We're seeing the hard work and the hockey IQ start to pick up. And tonight we'll see Sammy Pietropalo between the pipes. He's 3-2 on the year with a 2.4 goals against average and a save percentage of .902. On the other side of the ice, Jonathan Dillaplane getting the call for Steve Mead's Father Judge Crusaders. 8-2-0 on the season with a .427 goals against average and a save percentage of .854. The offensive juggernaut Jake Proud, wearing number 99, leading this Crusaders team in points, 15 goals and 13 assists on the year. Good for 28, well atop the Judge lineup in terms of offensive productivity. We're going to take a quick pause here on the Delaware Hockey Network. When we come back, we'll head inside the glass for tonight's opening introductions. This is the Delaware Hockey Network, and it's brought to you by the law office of Heather A. Long.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With over 10 years of treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. With clinics in Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
Broadcast to social, print to digital, coast to coast, remote or on-site, 412 Communications has the solution to bridge your team with your audience. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
And welcome back inside Fred Rust Arena. Just about go time for Salesianum and Father Judge, round 3 this season. The Crusaders have taken rounds 1 and 2, both on their home ice at the Jefferson Health Skate Zone in Northeast Philadelphia. And right now we're going to take you inside the glass as we meet tonight's starting lineups. Hockey fans, once again, good evening and welcome to Fred Rust Arena on the campus of the University of Delaware. Tonight, the Intercounty Scholastic Hockey League presents a Prep Catholic Division regular season game between the visiting Crusaders of Father Judge and Salesianum. Let's meet tonight's starting lineups for the visiting Father Judge Crusaders, coached by Steve Meade. Starting in goal, number 1, Jonathan Delaplane. On defense, number 41, Andrew Sharamatu. And number 16, David Trude. At left wing, number 99, Jake Proud. At right wing, number 44, Nolan Roush. And at center, number 10, Jaden Golden. And now let's meet the starting 6 for Salesianum. Starting in goal, number 1, Sammy Pietropaulo. On defense, number 15, Oliver Sheff. And number 19, Sean Mellica. At left wing, number 18, Connor Davis. At right wing, number 14, Cameron Willis. And starting at center, number 43, Sean Albert. Salesianum is coached by Brian LeBlanc, Bob Thomas, Devin LeBlanc, and John Travis. Tonight's officials, the on-ice officials for this evening's game, are Rob Savastano and Chris Castagliola. And tonight's official scorer is Evie Hill. Fans, at this time, we ask that you please direct your attention to the American flag located directly above center ice as we honor the United States of America and those entrusted with the defense of this nation and the ideals upon which it was built with the Star-Spangled Banner. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Ready for some Monday night hockey at Fred Rust Arena. Salesianum in their home Ecru kits traveling left to right from our vantage point in opening period action. Father Judge and their away Columbia Blues, white helmets, white sleeves, moving right to left the way we see it. Again, backstopped by Jonathan Delaplane, and starting alongside Jake Proud up front, Jaden Golden and Nolan Roush. This trio has combined for 30 goals so far this season in just 10 games played in Intercounty Scholastic Hockey League action. Crowd a bit sparse tonight here at Fred Rust Arena, but a few dedicated families and fans showing out for Monday night hockey in the First State. And for those of you joining us here on the Delaware Hockey Network, absolutely delighted that you decided to join us for this long-standing rivalry matchup between the Crusaders and the Sal's. Connor Davis in to take the opening draw. Across from the Father Judge captain, Jake Proud wearing number 19 tonight in lieu of the program 99. Proud walking in, throws the puck behind the net. It's taken away by the other 19, Sean Melican. And left for Albert to carry this to center, recovered by Sharamatu for the Crusaders. And they'll quickly get some fresh legs on at the blue line. Pietro Paolo with a quick save, just 35 seconds into the first period. Colin Pollock confronted just above center. Proud throws the puck in, where Chef recovers for Salesianum. And again, Albert, hassled by the forechecking Cameron Wetherell, is slowed up by Pollock after gaining the red line. And a new set of forwards will filter their way into rotation. This was cleared by Culver, and now advanced by Blewett up the right wing boards. He's slowed up at the top of the far circle by Salesianum's Peter Brennan. Henri Gravel, one-on-one. Gravel backhand shot on target. Delaplane with the kick save, directing the puck near side. And this is lofted by Culver from blue line to blue line, and then some walking in. Wetherell rang it off the post. Had a near breakaway between the circles, but couldn't connect, and we've got a puck out of play. Minute and a half behind us. And the face-off coming to the left of Sammy Pietropaulo. With Proud back on for Father Judge, and Michael Salucci centering the third line, taking the draw for the Sal's. Well, the Fred Rust Arena organist again has the night off. A long-standing Salesianum Father Judge tradition being maintained with the playing of Light My Fire by the Doors during the first stoppage. And we've got another stoppage as the Crusaders were offside. 15-12 to go in the first period. Proud and Salucci take the neutral zone face-off, and walking forward, Ethan Mercante just above the blue line, backhanded the puck into Judge territory. Mercante trying to ring it behind the cage around to the far corner. Ends up lofting the puck off the glass and out. It bounced off the glass before hitting the netting, so this is going to stay inside the Father Judge zone. The attempted shot or pass that does not go directly out of play is a last play face-off. Had that gone on the fly into the back netting, this would have come out into the neutral zone. Shane DeGrand taking the attacking zone face-off for Salesianum, stepping up near side. Callahan tries to hold the zone but can't. DeGrand recovers after a host of players ended up in the neutral zone, and Lynch trails back behind his own goal to reset for Father Judge. This is cleared out by McKee. Race for the puck. Ends up in an icing. As according to the USA Hockey Rulebook, the instant that puck crosses the goal line, if it's ruled unplayable by a defender, it comes back an icing. 3 17-minute periods here in ICSHL play. Delayed offside in effect, and icing on penalty kills is legal. To give you a quick rundown of the rules, as all season long we're juggling rulebooks, NCAA, USA Hockey, occasionally a minor pro rulebook in there somewhere. So just to make sure everybody's on the same page, we're under the banner of USA Hockey here in Intercounty Scholastic Hockey League action. At a puck deflected into the Salesianum bench area, grinds play to a halt with 14:10 to go in the first period. One shot each side and no score to this point. Face-off marked to the left of Pietro Paolo. Proud and Salfas take the draw. Salfas, or rather it was Proud net front, trying to tip the puck past as Trude threw it in from the right point, but it skipped wide off the leading scorer's stick. Sharma, 2 from the left point, couldn't get one through. On the doorstep, Proud failed to connect on the rebound chance, so a pair of quick saves from Sammy Pietropaulo, keeping the Crusaders scoreless through just over 3 minutes of play. Trude slowed up just inside the line. Chipping the puck free was Bach. It is recovered by Golden for the Crusaders and thrown in behind the Salesianum net. Proud pursues. Chef failed to clear, and this will be frozen by Pietropaulo for a break in play with 13:23 to go in the first. If you've been injured on the job or in a car accident, you know just how challenging and overwhelming the recovery process can be. And that's why having a trusted and caring representative by your side is essential to help you navigate the complex world of workers' compensation and personal injury. The Law Office of Heather A. Long will guide you through every step of the process, from filing your claim to representing you in hearings and appeals. Schedule your free consultation. Call the Law Office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com. The Law Office of Heather A. Long, presenting partner of the Delaware Hockey Network, equipped to represent you in Delaware, Maryland, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. The shot from Chef at the left point bounced wide. Willis to Davis behind the net. Davis walks this back to the top of the slot. Connor Davis, Salesianum's leading scorer, with 16 on the year. Unable to make anything happen from distance, but as the umbrella collapses, the Sals strike first. 4:27 into the first period. It's 1-0 for the home team, thanks to Sean Alberts. Here it comes again. Davis working the perimeter. Beautiful net front feed from Willis. Officially 4 minutes and 23 seconds in. Putting the Sals on top early. A much needed spark for this team. trying to get one on home ice over the Crusaders, who've won their first 2 meetings so far. Salesianum goal. 5th of the season, scored by number 43, Sean Albert. Assisted by number 14, Cameron Willis. And number 18, Connor Davis. Time of the goal, 4:23 in the first period. Albert's 5th from Willis, and Davis at 4:23. And the Sal's strike again. "45 seconds later, here it comes Gravel, leading to Ethan Mercante in the slot. And we've got a 2-0 hockey game. And Davis going to get himself another helper. Salesianum goal. 3rd of the season. Scored by number 13, Ethan Mercante. Assisted by number 23, Henri Gravel. And number 18, Connor Davis. Time of the goal, 5 minutes, 8 seconds in the first period. Mercante's 3rd from Gravel and Davis at 5:08. Salesianum keeping the pressure on after 2 goals in 45 seconds. Sharamatu gives the puck away to Rom in the near corner. Now Henri Gravel controls it. Gravel's shot was blocked. He gets the puck right back in the near corner. Sharamatu hauls him into the near corner boards. Loose puck corralled by McKee and cleared back to center. Salucci pursues after the delayed offside on the dump in. And this is worked free by McKee, played across ice to Sharamatu. Callahan, the forechecking menace for Salesianum, forcing a hurry-up breakout pass. Pouncing is Gutowski shooting. This is deflected high. And into the back netting behind Jonathan Delaplane for a stoppage in the action with 6.5 minutes gone in the first period. And Salesianum leading 2-0. Judge win the D-zone draw. Roush tries to split defenders. He's stripped of the puck by Blake D'Italia. And the retaliatory slash is going to bite him in the you-know-where. Sal's heading to their first Delaware sports medicine power play of the night. DESportsmed.com, the place to go to learn more about Dr. Brad Blai's offerings for athletes of all ages and abilities. Salesianum need one more. Looked like Jaden Golden had an issue with his neck guard. And he's going to be waved out. So Culver's going to take his place on the penalty kill. Proud in for the draw. Across from Gravel. Davis, Willis, Albert. And Melican completing the quintet of power play attackers for Salesianum. Father Judge penalty was assessed to number 44, Nolan Roush. 2 minutes for slashing. Time of the penalty, 6 minutes, 39 seconds. In the first period. Roush 2 for slashing at 6:39. Davis tried to get too fancy. Here a one-timer from Melican. Gets past Delaplane, and that's 3 for Salesianum in just 7.5 minutes. Sean Melican gets his 5th of the year on the Delaware Sports Medicine Power Play. Primary assist coming from Davis. And we owe you the particulars. On the secondary. And we'll get them your way here momentarily. Salesianum power play goal. 5th of the season, scored by number 19, Sean Melican. Assisted by number 18, Connor Davis. And number 43, Sean Albert. Time of the goal, 7 minutes, 27 seconds of the first period. Melican's 5th from Davis and Albert. At 7:27, a power play goal. And now the Crusaders get their chance with the man advantage. As Lucas Rahm is ruled off for an elbow at the midpoint of the first period. My, oh my, oh my, are Salesianum absolutely taking it to Jonathan Delaplane. Michael Salucci with some shorthanded magic, a give and go with Henri Gravel. 10 seconds into their first penalty kill of the night, and we've got a 4-0 game. The Salesianum penalty was assessed to number 25, Lucas Rahm, 2 minutes for elbowing. Time of the penalty, 8 minutes, 35 seconds in the first period. Rahm, 2 for elbowing at 8:35. Salesianum's 4th goal, 6th of the season, scored by number 20, Michael Salucci. Assisted by number 23, Henri Gravel. Time of the shorthanded goal, 8 minutes, 45 seconds in the first period. Salucci's 6th from Gravel at 8:45. Timeout, Father Judge. So a mighty early timeout taken by the Crusaders after Jonathan Delaplane has not had the best of beginnings. A look back at these 2 rapid-fire tallies from the special teams. Melican potting his 5th, followed here by Michael Salucci's 6th to bring the score to 4-0. With just over half the first period behind us, 1:50 to go. On the Rahm penalty, and whatever fire Bob Thomas lit under Salesianum on Friday after their loss to Boyertown, I don't want to know, but we're seeing we're seeing the Salesianum team more than hold their own in all three zones. Proud slowed up through the middle. Trying to take the puck away was Winchell. Culver plays the carom shot into the near corner, and this is cleared out of harm's way by Henri Gravel. Culver to Roush. Golden holding the line, the recipient of the drop pass. This sent to the top of the slot. Shot in traffic from Heron was on target, saved by Pietro Paolo. Sal's clear. 7:13 to go in the first period. They've got a 4-0 lead on just 6 shots to boot. So Delaplane through the first 10 minutes with but a .333 save percentage. Again, Salesianum clear, and they get some fresh legs on. Lynch walked in up the left wing boards. Drop pass and a shot from Brennan McKee, paddled away by Pietro Paolo to the far corner. That one's worth another look. NFL playoffs in full force. And now a hook. Called against Melican. You could probably call it any number of things. But 10:28 into the first period. Sean Melican gonna head off for 2 minutes of shame after the tie-up in the far corner. And now Salesianum back with Rom in their ranks as his penalty expires. Salesianum penalty was assessed to number 19, Sean Melican. 2 minutes for hooking. Time of the penalty, 10 minutes, 28 seconds in the first period. Melican, 2 for hooking at 10:28. Proud re-entered up the middle. Drop pass to Heron. This comes around to Roush stepping up from the left dot. His shot rang off the post. Loose puck corralled and cleared by Gutowski. Secondary review of that shot from the near dot showed that the puck hit Pietro Paolo in the head. It was ruled a shot on goal. So Petey now 7 for 7 in the save department. 40 seconds to go on the Salesianum penalty kill. They've been shorthanded now for the better part of 3.5 minutes. Here's David Trude. Angled to the left wall by Gravel. Swarmed now by Winchell trying to dig the puck free. James Mort trying to maintain the Father Judge momentum. Crusaders trailing 4-0 with inside 5 minutes to go in the first period, and Blake D'Italia got tied up in the far corner trying to accelerate free. McKee keeping the forechecking pressure on, and this puck is sent up over the glass and out of play. Deep in the Salesianum zone with 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go. In the opening period of this 4-0 hockey game, Delaplane just caught flat-footed in the early stages by Salesianum. But now that early dominance has given way to nearly 4 minutes of a sustained Father Judge attack. And Wolk with plenty of open net to work with puts the Crusaders on the board. Here it comes again on the 412 Communications instant replay. A cross-ice pass at the 12:35 mark of the first period, coming from James Mort. Set up Aiden Wolk's third goal of the season. Now to the final four. Long, hard shot. Into the back glass and well out of reach. The Father Judge goal, third of the season, scored by number 68, Aiden Wolk. Assisted by number 22, James Mort, and number 53, Jason Lynch. Time of the goal, 12 minutes, 35 seconds in the first period. Wolk's third from Mort and Lynch at 12:35. Now inside the final 3 minutes of the opening period, taking the puck away in a congested slot was Melican, and dumping it into the near corner. Sharamatu holding the line shot, but his chance from distance was blocked. This is recovered by Melican just beyond center. Advanced to DeGrand, who tries to walk his way into the Crusader zone, but he got tripped up in the slot by Blewett. Rolling puck, cleared by Wetherell. Ahead to Culver, he's on a breakaway. He dekes, pad save by Sammy Pietropaulo. And with 2:24 to go in the first, Pietropaulo extending that left leg, denying the breakaway chance from Gavin Culver. As we give that another look, and the face-off's going to come to Petey's right. Here in the waning moments of this first period. Proud could not hold the line. He had help, though, from Roush getting the puck in deep. Callahan works the puck ahead to DeGrand, but holding the point was Moore, at least momentarily. Now Callahan shovels the puck beyond the reach of Moore at the blue line, gaining the line. The shot from the point, and Aiden Gutowski was into Delaplane's pads. Follow-up chance on the welcome mat, and Salfas squared up for and stopped by number 1 in Columbia Blue. Roush in a 1-on-3, split defenders, and he got a shot away after he beat Brandon Bach, but the last word belonged again to Sammy Pietropaulo. Here's Winchell, slowed up behind the net. He tries to walk in up the line, backhand from Rom, was steered just wide. Winchell recovering. Puck ends up in the near corner, batted by Salfas back the other way with 75 seconds to go in the opening period. Rom checked off the puck by Lynch, and this is cleared by Jaden Golden. This will come back in icing with a minute and change to go. In the first period, 105 by Evie Hill's count. And the Sal's up 4-1 through just under 16 minutes of hockey. Getting an attacking zone draw as we work to the final 1 minute of the period. Puck pinballs through the neutral zone. Colin Pollock held his ground amid heavy pressure, and he drove the vulcanized rubber deep in Salesianum territory before the lads in Ecru were able to exit their zone. Wolk on the re-entry trying to find Mort. This is taken away behind the net by Mercante, but not cleared. Gravel with a little more space to operate near side, towering over Mort, but struggling to advance the puck. Salucci lost his footing in the neutral zone. He was slowed up by Trude right at the judge blue line. Mitchell to Salucci. Salucci walks in, drop pass to Gravel. The blade just slid off somebody's stick. That was Henri Gravel on that quick release wrist shot. And that's going to do it for the first period. The score at the end of 17 minutes, Salesianum 4, Father Judge 1. Back in the Delaware Hockey Network after the first intermission.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With over 10 years of treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. With clinics in Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
Broadcast to social, print to digital, coast to coast, remote or on-site. 412 Communications has the solution to bridge your team with your audience. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today. Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
It's time for the second period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Thank you, Norm Borg. Salesianum domination through the first 17 minutes. And a quick look back at some of the highlights, including the shorthanded goal from Sean Melican at the top of the slot to extend Salesianum's lead to 3. And then the fourth belonging to Michael Salucci on this end-to-end give and go with Henri Gravel. Ultimately, the Crusaders getting one back thanks to Aiden Wolk with 4:25 to go in the first period, but Salesianum guns blazing to start the second as they marched right into Judge territory off the rip. Roush slowed up in the neutral zone by Melican, stayed with the puck and drove it in behind the Salesianum goal. This is recovered by Connor Davis, pressured by Proud behind the net. And this is floated by Sheff up the left wing boards beyond the reach of Melican. Gathered in by Trude, batted back to Sharamatu inside his line. Stretch pass, Roush from above the left dot. Pietro Paolo with the stop. Of Father Judge's 12 shots in the first period on Sammy Pietro Paolo, 10 of them came from the left half of the zone. None of them came in the slot. And the only one to beat Sammy Pietro Paolo, that A-grade chance you're looking for off a pass across the Royal Road, and Petey just didn't have time to cross from post to post when Mort sent the puck to Wolk, waiting at the opposite edge of the crease. Blewett fanned on the puck as it came into his shot lane. Culver recovers. Blewett pushed high in the zone by Salucci. Gets this down low. Culver takes a body from Winchell. They're tied up in the near corner. Recovering the puck is Connor Blewett for the Crusaders. Rob Savastano says, play on, guys. Looked momentarily like Winchell wanted a call, but not going to get one from Rob Savastano. Here, Ethan Mercante's stick spun out of his hands, but Salesianum have gained the attacking zone. Coming right back in, Mercante off the centering feed from Gravel. One-timer wobbled well off its intended line. Here's Culver the other way, one-on-one with Winchell. Culver walking in, swatting the puck out of harm's way was Sammy Pietropaulo. And the net is dislodged as Gavin Culver came barreling into the red iron. 4-1-2 instant replay time. Here's that one-on-one. As Pietropaulo stepped up aggressively and said, nope, you're not getting a shot away. Petey gathers this one in. And the faceoff's going to come back to his left. Make a truly all-American meal the centerpiece of your next team event or special occasion. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky in nearby Claymont, Delaware can cater your next group event, offering pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken on a daily basis, along with a variety of sauces and sides, sure to please any appetite. Visit Sid's at Suite C26 in the Tri-State Industrial Center on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, open Monday through Saturday for takeaway lunch or to place a catering order. Call 302-439-4937 or visit sidsbbqandjerky.com. Right off the draw, Salesianum make it a 5-1 game. Aiden Gutowski with his 5th of the year. My goodness gracious. Here it comes again. Gutowski right off the draw. Makes it 5-1. Salesianum goal. His 5th of the season. Scored by number 49, Aiden Gutowski. Time of the goal, 2 minutes, 27 seconds in the second period. Gutowski's 5th, unassisted, at 2:27. Here's Callahan surrounded. Stripped of the puck as he came barreling into the slot. That shot from Gutowski directly in off the faceoff dot over the shoulder of Delaplane. Mitchell could not clear Sharamatu, who double dips with the Philadelphia Little Flyers of the Eastern Hockey League Premier. Holding the left point. On the other side of the rink, so does Brandon Bach from Salesianum. Speaking of, Bach confronted by Sharamatu, teammates on the weekend, vying for the puck right at the Judge blue line. Wolk clears over the leaping Salfas. Sharamatu gaining center, launched the puck the rest of the way into the Salesianum zone. But the Crusaders struggling to generate meaningful momentum. They trail 5-1 with 12 minutes and 43 seconds to go here in the second period of a 5-1 contest. Roush gloves an airborne puck down at center, and he has a 3-on-2 behind his back. He passes to David Trude. His shot was on, sticked away by Pietropaulo. Rebound ends up in the near corner, where it's chased down by Golden. Trude again. This shot was blocked. Looked like Melican got a piece of it in the slot. Roush to Proud. Proud swarmed to the low slot. Golden Pushed to the far wall by Oliver Sheff. Cross slot feed, the one-timer from Roush. He topped the puck at the dot, and Rom took it away. Lynch recovers for the Crusaders at his own blue line before giving the puck to Connor Davis. Leading scorer for Salesianum with 3 assists tonight. He has the helpers for Albert, Mercante, and then Melican. Lynch flubs the breakout pass in the other end of the rink. Sean Albert drives it in deep for Salesianum. Now Golden opposite side. Just clears the zone. Roush pulls back to his own line. Swarmed by Salesianum defenders trying to set up a more deliberate attack, but ultimately to no avail as he gives the puck away over the line to Albert, who dumps it in a minute delayed offside. 11:11 to go in the second. Salesianum 5, Father Judge 1 from Fred Rust Arena. Sean Albert to Melican, taking aim from distance at the left point. His shot was sticked away. And who but the captain, Sean Albert, to pick up the pieces off the rebound. Albert scores for the second time tonight, and Salesianum's up 6-1. Here we go again. The initial shot was from Melican. Willis fielding the rebound, set up Albert for his 6th goal of the season and 2nd of the night to put the Sal's up by a 5 spot. Salesianum goal, 6th of the season and 2nd of the game. Scored by number 43, Sean Albert. Assisted by number 14, Cameron Willis. And number 19, Sean Melican. Time of the goal, 6 minutes, 3 seconds in the second period. Albert's 6th, 2nd of the game from Willis and Melican at 6:03. Rejoining play back in the Salesianum zone with 10 minutes and change to go in the second period. Here a net front set up to Connor, blew it in the slot, but Connor couldn't field the pass. And shortly after taking the puck away, Salesianum will find themselves back on the penalty kill as Harry Winchell gets himself a trip to the sin bin for roughing. This penalty kill can be brought to you by, well, you. Sponsorship opportunities are available on the Delaware Hockey Network. To learn more, email MJR at 412communications.com. Salesianum penalty assessed to number 10, Harry Winchell. 2 minutes for roughing. Time of the penalty, 7 minutes, 7 seconds in the second period. Winchell, 2 for roughing at 7:07. Race for a loose puck, sent up ice by the Salesianum D-Corps. Trying to reel it in. Salucci in the far corner. He's triple teamed and stripped to the vulcanized rubber by Culver. Roush up the right wing boards, lazily steps in over the Salesianum line, pressured by D'Italia. He leaves us across to Heron. Gutowski trying to offer resistance on that pass down to Proud. Back to Heron, this comes top of the zone. Culver swarmed by Mitchell at the far half wall, knocked off his feet. Proud with good support. He's plastered to the corner wall by James Mitchell. Loose puck, corralled by Gutowski, looking for a second. He's got the breakaway backhand. No, says Jonathan Delaplane. On the doorstep, Salucci turning. His shot covered up, and we've got a break in the action. Nearly a 7-1 hockey game, thanks to the Aiden Gutowski breakaway. As we see this develop, courtesy Broadway Joe, Gutowski lofting the puck, Gaining it at center. Cross to the backhand to try to tuck one stick side under Jonathan Delaplane, but ultimately the Father Judge netminder answering the call for the 9th time tonight. Off a slow start. He's seen his save percentage improve from .333 to .600. Still some work to do, especially after giving up second period goals to both Gutowski and Albert. And Salesianum with some work to do of their own. They've got 22 seconds left on this penalty kill. Lucas Rahm doing his share of it, intercepting a pass down to Wolk and clearing. Delaplane lunged to foil Melican all by his lonesome in the judge zone. The Winchell penalty has expired, and we've got a puck out of play. Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. So how do you get your voice above the fray? 412 Communications has myriad solutions to build bridges between your brand and your clientele, your team and your fans, ranging from broadcast to social, print to digital, and more. Want to know more? Head to 412communications.com and let's talk about how to get you noticed. Golden off the Judge face-off win. Couldn't feed the puck to Sharamatu. Here's Albert off the iron. Another Salesianum breakaway gone awry. Albert tied up by Sharamatu in the corner. Got some help from Willis. Puck batted up in the air. Did that go in the netting or not? I am unsure. So was Savastano, but play whistled dead ultimately as everybody just ground to a halt. Unsure of did that puck glance off the netting or not. So a last play face-off brings about the resumption of play. Culver checked off his feet just above the blue line. Leads to a Salesianum counterattack, which was slowed up at the tops of the circles. Sheff pressured by Blewett, leaves the puck behind the net. Melican to Albert. Tipped across ice by Davis, poked ahead just over the blue line by Willis, but Davis couldn't reel it in, surrounded by blue sweaters. Blewett recovers for Judge but couldn't clear as Sheff kept the zone airtight, 20 feet inside the line near side. Davis looking for space, gives the puck away to Gavin Moore. Wetherell on his horse, but he's caught up to by Melican in the far corner. Big hit on Wetherell, separating him from the puck. Melican keeping the pressure on Wetherell, who regains. Wetherell's shot from the top of the zone was blocked by Bach. Centering feed broken up. Trying to take aim from distance was Heron, but that puck never made it to the top of the crease. 6 and change to go in the second period. Salesianum leading 6-1 over Father Judge in their only meeting at Fred Rust Arena this season. Father Judge took the first 2 legs of the season series at Jefferson Health Skate Zone in Northeast Philadelphia. But tonight has been a different story altogether. Salesianum with a dominant lead, setting the tone with 4 first period goals and then adding a pair here in the second. Pietropalo with the hold. Face off again to his right. 5:45 to go in the second. And the Crusaders protect off the draw, which was won by Jake Proud. Proud kept pretty quiet tonight. as he's been limited to very few quality chances from anywhere on the ice. Salfas and Bach couldn't connect for the convert. Roush the other way. Bats the puck in over the Salesianum blue line. It's left to Pollock. But the far point stripped from him by Salfas. Rom to Salfas, net front. Taking aim was Bach off the backboards from the mid-slot. This thrown in by Peter Brennan from the near half wall. Puck was deflected down in heavy net front traffic, and here's Roush with a one-on-one the other way. Caught up to by Brennan. He tried to set up Proud in a pretty wide open slot, but that centering pass was intercepted easily by Winchell. Winchell couldn't gain the zone. Gravel stick handles, waiting for Winchell to tag up before entering the Father Judge zone again. 4:21 to go. In the second period, 6-1. The Salesianum lead. David Trude level with D'Italia on the race back into the Salesianum zone. Blake D'Italia got to the puck. Looked like he was tripped up by Trude, but Savastano and Castagliola say otherwise. D'Italia regains the puck. He was hassled by Mort. Loose puck corralled by McKee in the net front setup. Foiled by Mr. Sammy Pietropaulo. Solid net minding effort tonight from Sammy. As he gets the last word over, it appeared to be Culver. James Mitchell works the puck ahead to Gravel. He's got a 2-on-1 if he hurries. Gravel looking shot. Flubbed it as Mercante made a beeline to the net. Mercante protects in the near corner. D'Italia gives it away to Trude. Stretch pass well beyond the reach of Wolk. Icing waved off by Castagliola. Wolk and Mitchell meet in the far corner of the Salesianum zone with 3:15 to go. Even in that foot race. And Mitchell won the battle for the puck before feeding to Salucci. 2-on-2 for Salesianum, now a 3-on-3. Salucci tries to drop it back to Mercante. Holding the point was Callahan. His shot from the top of the zone into the pads of Jonathan Delaplane, who smothers the puck for the pause with 2 minutes and 59 seconds to go in the second period. Face-off coming to the left of Jonathan Delaplane, who's faced 16 shots so far this evening. But he's only managed 10 saves. Bryce Simmons, the forechecking menace, as the puck ends up into the Salesianum zone again. It was advanced up the near wall by Sheff before being driven back. Salesianum entering a second time. Callahan up the left wall to Oliver Sheff. He tried to put one on a T net front for Sean Callahan, but Callahan couldn't take aim from in close. Two and change to go in the second of a 6-1 game from Fred Rust Arena. Crusaders change. Sheff plays a hard carom up the left wall. Puck is hacked by Gutowski in behind the Father Judge goal, where Callahan is tackled by Pollock. Sweeping in to recover is Heron for the Crusaders. Nearly taking the puck away was Willis. Culver tries to find Wetherell on a cross-ice feed. Wetherell chips the puck into the far corner of the Salesianum zone, where Culver takes a hip check from Brennan and is separated from the puck. Davis, 90 seconds to go. Just onside, barely crashing the net and shooting. Connor Davis gets the convert. And he makes this a 7-1 hockey game. 3 helpers for Davis, but at long last he gets one of his own. Cameron Willis, the other contributor on that give and go, to make this 7-1. Salesianum goal, his 17th of the season, scored by number 18, Connor Davis. Assisted by number 14, Cameron Willis, and number 12, Peter Brennan. Time of the goal, 15 minutes, 34 seconds in the second period. Davis's 17th from Willis and Brennan at 15:34. Home stretch in the second period. And the shot from Jaden Golden in the slot was on target, saved by Pietro Paolo. The follow-up from Trude was wide. Roush swarmed in the corner by Winchell. Maintains the puck. He tried to center it. And Willis tips it back into neutral ice. David Trude hustles back to recover. Winchell holding his ground, failed to clear. Proud recovered. Proud's shot glanced off Petey's pads but was wide on the release. Albert takes it away. Davis to Willis. Another give and go chance from Connor Davis, but holding on this time, Delaplane brings play to a halt with 18 seconds to go in the second period at his Father Judge Crusaders. With a mighty big mountain to climb, they trail 7-1 in the waning moments of the second period. Mort and Salfas in for the far circle draw. And Aiden Wolt clears back beyond center. Winchell behind his line to Brennan. Puck played across ice to Bach. This is going to do it for the second period. Through 34 minutes, Salesianum leads Father Judge 7-1. Back in 90 on the Delaware Hockey Network.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Broadcast to social, print to digital, coast to coast, remote or on site. 412 Communications has the solution to bridge your team with your audience. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today. Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
It's time for the third period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Thank you, Norm Borg. Welcome back inside Fred Rust Arena. Welcome back to the Delaware Hockey Network. Presented by the law office of Heather A. Long. 7-1. Salesianum's lead through 34 minutes. Ryan Salfas And across from James Mort to kick off period number 3. The fourth line centers squaring off. To begin the final frame, if you're just joining us, Salesianum in their home Ecru kits moving left to right. Father Judge in their away blues moving right to left the way we see it. Jason Lynch hassled by Salfas in the near corner rather of the Judge zone, and accelerating is Aiden Wolk to work the puck back into Salesianum territory. He launches the puck off the backboards where it was chased down by Mitchell and played by D'Italia up the far wall to Rom. Now Salfas to Bach just over the line, but he was slowed up by Moore. And a trip signaled by Rob Savastano. Halts play 45 seconds into the third. And this will go against Father Judge and Brennan McKee. So back to the Delaware Sports Medicine power play. Go the Sal's. Learn more at desportsmed.com. Father Judge penalty assessed to number 14, Brennan McKee. 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 45 seconds of the third period. McKee, 2 for tripping at 45 seconds. Trying for a shorthanded put-away was Golden, but he launched the puck over the crossbar into the back glass. Here's Salucci the other way. He beat 2 defenders. Drop pass and a shot from Ethan Mercante makes it 8. Wow. Total domination from the Sal's as Mercante gets his second of the night. And the Sal's strike on the Delaware Sports Medicine power play for the second time. So now an 8-1 hockey game. As we take you a little farther back in the play and show you how this developed. It all started with Aiden Gutowski from in his own zone up the right wing boards. And Salucci with the setup for Gutowski's, or rather for Ethan Mercante's 4th goal of the season and 2nd of the night. Multiple points for Salucci and Gutowski as well, as this game now stands 8-1. Salesianum power play goal. 4th of the season, 2nd of the game. Scored by number 13, Ethan Mercante. Assisted by number 20, Michael Salucci. And number 49, Aiden Gutowski. Time of the goal, 1 minute, 16 seconds of the third period. Mercante's 4th, 2nd of the game from Salucci and Gutowski at 1:16, a power play goal. The Salesianum tour de force continues. And so does the parade to the Father Judge penalty box. David Trude this time. Off for a hook. And back to the Delaware Sports Medicine power play. Go the Sal's. Pouring it on after establishing a 7-goal lead. The Father Judge penalty was assessed to number 16, David Trude. 2 minutes for hooking. Time of the penalty, 2:23 in the third period. Trude 2 for hooking at 2:23. And Sean Albert with the net front put back. Only 20 seconds into that Delaware Sports Medicine power play have made this a 9-1 contest. So a hat trick for Albert. As the Sal's are just 2 goals away from an early dismissal. Salesianum power play goal. 7th of the season and 3rd of the game. Scored by number 43, Sean Albert. Assisted by number 14, Cameron Willis. And number 18, Connor Davis. Time of the power play goal, 2 minutes 43 seconds in the third period. Albert's 7th, 3rd of the game. From Willis and Davis at 2:43, a power play goal. One back for Father Judge. Three minutes and 49 seconds. Into the contest. Now it's 10-2. Plenty to get through here. While we get all the particulars, we'll pot up the in-arena audio and give you the Fred Rust experience firsthand. So Salesianum in double digits. And a pair of goals in the span of 16 seconds. Turning this from a 9-1 game to a 10-2 game, and now we've got the particulars. The Father Judge goal was scored by number 44, Nolan Roush, his 9th of the season. Time of the goal, 3 minutes, 49 seconds of the third period. Roush's 9th, unassisted, at 3:49. Salesianum goal, 6th of the season, 2nd of the game. Scored by number 49, Aiden Gutowski. Time of the goal, 4 minutes and 7 seconds. In the third period. Gutowski's sixth, second of the game, unassisted at 4:07. So a 10-2 game and a puck out of play with 11:05 to go. Whew. We'll give you a look back at that most recent Salesianum tally. As we've got some assists to pass along now on Salesianum's 10th goal. Scoring update on Salesianum's 10th goal. Credit assists to number 48, Shane DeGrand, and number 24, Sean Callahan. The goal now reads Gutowski's sixth from DeGrand and Callahan at 4:07. Davis with the drop pass to Willis. Shot from Davis was blocked. This is covered up by Joseph Rowan, who came in after the 9th goal. Now in goal for Father Judge number 35, Joseph Rowan. Rowan came into the game with limited time in net in a relief role to Delaplane, with a 14.57 goals against average and a save percentage of .500. At the next stoppage, we'll issue the scoring correction. On Salesianum's 10th goal, those 8s and 9s tough to read from that angle. It was indeed Shane DeGrand getting his second goal of the season, not Aiden Gutowski as we'd initially thought. Salucci, no dice. Scoring correction on Salesianum's 10th goal. Credit the goal correctly to number 48, Shane DeGrand, second of the season. The assists are credited to number 49, Aiden Gutowski, and number 24, Sean Callahan at 4:07. DeGrand second from Gutowski and Callahan at 4:07. Long shot from Sheff at the point. Was batted up in the air by Rowan. Follow-up chance on the doorstep. Gutowski frozen by Rowan for a pause. Whether you're a competitive athlete like these guys or a weekend warrior like me, a sports medicine physician is an important player to have on your health team. And with years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes alike, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal best and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend and his new membership program, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Learn more at desportsmed.com. Melican up the right wing boards, held his ground, colliding with Lynch. Net front feed. Gutowski didn't have the angle for the shot. Callahan opposite side, hassled by Bryce Simmons, gave the puck away. Jake Rupert races it down. His shot from the right dot, bothered by the back checking Oliver Sheff, was right on target for Pietropaulo to make the save. Inside 8 minutes to go, Salesianum with a 10-2 lead over Father Judge. Pollock winds up off the failed DeGrand clear. Wolk, centering pass. Proud, stripped of the puck from astern by Sean Melican. This rolls loose into the Judge zone. Callahan, quick shot. Pursued by a pair of defenders. Threw one off the pads of Rowan from 35 feet. Now inside 7.5 minutes to go. 1-on-1 for Wolk, looking for a second. He was pressured by Winchell, and his rush shot ends up off the end boards. Mort tried to set up Wolk. Heron flubbed the one-timer from the left point. Now Bach, time and space. But he's denied by Joseph Rowan. Just over 7 minutes to go in Salesianum's 10-2 drubbing of Father Judge. Salfus couldn't find an 11th. His net front redirect saved by Rowan. Salfus couldn't feed to Rom on the doorstep. This comes back to Brennan. Thrown in net front, and that's in. So now 11 for the Sal's. Not a soul in the building. Has expected to see the one-sided hockey game that we've got tonight. Salfus now with 4 on the year. Salesianum goal, his 4th of the season, scored by number 4, Ryan Salfus. Assisted by number 12, Peter Brennan, and number 29, Lucas Rom. Time of the goal, 10 minutes, 18 seconds in the third period. Salfus' 4th from Brennan and Rom at 10:18. Now 6:24 to go after the Pietro Paolo save. And the clear from Mitchell is turned right back to him after Father Judge's Gavin Moore held the other blue line. Moore behind the net, gives way to Rom. Rom plays the puck off the near boards. This was shot in by Mitchell, sticked off its line from the right point. Bach spins the puck back to Rom behind the net. He's double teamed. Bach sweeps in to protect for Salesianum, but he gives it away to Golden. The pass back to Golden from Roush, well off its line. D'Italia putting the pressure on deep in the Salesianum zone. Long shot from Lynch at the right point, glances off the Pietro Paolo pads. We're down to the final 5.5 minutes of this 11-2 rout Salesianum is taking to Father Judge. Now 5:10 to go. And play is offside. Tough night for Delaplane. Beaten early and often, and unable to dial back in after giving up 4 in the first period. This puck goes over the glass and out. Face-off spotted inside the Father Judge zone by Rob Savastano. Davis, Albert, and Willis. That top attacking core on for the Sal's, but recovering the puck is Wetherell. And Culver advances it in over the Salesianum blue line. Turned the other way by Willis. Pollock gave it up to Davis, 1-on-3. Connor Davis drives his way through traffic. Wetherell tips the puck back into the blue paint. Surrounding Joseph Rowan, who freezes for the pause with 4 minutes and 23 seconds to go. Our videographer is Broadway Joe Sindoni. He's our assistant producer as well. Our production assistant is the stat man Eli Swope. A tip of the hat to Tim Dominic, feeding us the facts and figures as we go and providing a second eye on some of those instant replays. Our co-executive producer is Molly Jo Rosen. Trey Wright, Mark McClure, Jordan Hirsch, Evie Hill, everybody behind the scenes here on the Delaware Hockey Network. It takes a village. And we're thankful not only for the work that they do, but there's some quality individuals, and we couldn't ask for a better team to come to work every weekend and bring you the best of scholastic and collegiate hockey here in the first state now for, 10 seasons and counting. But we'd be remiss if we didn't acknowledge the most important piece of the Delaware Hockey Network puzzle, and that is you, wherever you may be. Without your viewership and listenership, this is just a big old exercise in vanity. And an expensive one, too. Golden's shot was stick-checked by Winchell off its line. 200 seconds to go. Henri Gravel carries the puck up the left wing boards. He drops it off to Mercante, who couldn't find Salucci at the top of the zone. Crusaders back the other way. Rupert centers. Blewett bobbles the puck. Gravel coming back into Judge territory. Tied up by Sharamatu. Sharamatu lofts the puck back to center, where it's kicked back by Gutowski to Brennan. 2:40 to go. Callahan just holding the line. Touches the puck to activate the whistle of Chris Castagliola. And Michael Salucci is going to head off for interference with 2:29 remaining in the contest. Face off to the left of Sammy Pietropalo, who stopped 23 of 25. The Salesianum penalty was assessed to number 20, Michael Salucci. 2 minutes for interference. Time of the penalty, 14 minutes, 31 seconds of the third period. Salucci, 2 for interference at 14:31. Puck taken away from Pollock. Rom couldn't find Salfas up the boards. D'Italia works this across near side to Mitchell, who plays the hard carom in from distance. Pollock hassled by Salfas. Gave the puck away, but it was pushed clear again by McKee. Volleyed back into the judge zone by Mitchell. Minute and a half to go from Fred Rust Arena. Pollock clears and lumbers off for the change. McKee puts on the brakes behind his own net. Sharma 2. Cross ice pass too hard for Wolk to handle. Mort protects.
1 minute remaining in the period. 1 minute.
And we've made it to the final minute of the contest. Wolk, the first of the Father Judge goal scorers, skates into a 1-on-3. His shot on target played on by Pietropaulo. Savastano imploring Petey to play on. As the conclusion of this hockey game, foregone to say the least. Salfas took point-blank aim at Rowan but couldn't get past for a 12th. Final 5 seconds. Simmons working in close. Unable to make it 11-3. The final horn sounds, and that, friends, will do it from Fred Rust Arena. Tonight's final score, Salesianum 11, Father Judge Crusaders 2. Third period shots on goal, Father Judge 5 for a game total of 24. Salesianum 11 for a game total of 32. Fans, it's time for the Sid's Barbecue and Jerky 3 stars of the game. Tonight's third star with 2 goals for Salesianum, number 13, Ethan Mercante. The number 2 star with a goal and 3 assists for Salesianum, number 18, Connor Davis. And the number 1 star of tonight's game, leading Salesianum with a hat trick and an assist, number 43, Sean Albert. And that will do it for us here on the Delaware Hockey Network. Salesianum avoiding being swept. By the Crusaders after dropping 2 in Northeast Philadelphia. This one all Salesianum. From cover to cover as the Sal's improve to 8-5-0 on the season. Father Judge dropping to 8-3. As we take you home with a look back at Sean Albert's hat trick powering Salesianum to an 11-2 win over Father Judge. For the whole crew, Broadway Joe, MJR, Eli Swope, and everybody behind the scenes. James Witherite saying thank you for your company. We'll see you again here on the Delaware Hockey Network on Friday. The First State Showcase coming to town. Collegiate hockey action all weekend long right here on the 412.